Hello. After having found a trap, oil and gas trap, and in the stage of exploration, we are ready to drill a well. Drilling a exploration well or a normal well, you know, is well, we don't know much on the exploration well, as I know when I'm drilling a normal well. So I have to be careful and use some uh, additional factors when I'm drilling it. So in this stage, we're going to confirm what we found in the stage of exploration. So we're going to start drilling the well first, and we need normally the wells are between 3,000 4,000 meters. I have seen wells 1,000 and less than 1,000 feet. So you can find wells very deep. And normally, according to the depth of the well, when we're going to drill the well, we select the equipment, the rig. The rig is selected according to that depth, because it's what we need, the power we need to drill the well. And it's referred in HP, horsepower. So a 4,000 meter well might need a 2,000 HP rig. And that's how it works in the market. And the well is drilled through what we call the drill string, which is tubes perfectly designed to go across the formations that we want to be encountering as we drill. And normally the wells they have at the end of the string a bit that is it was with a rotation string impulsed from the surface. And we use also drilling fluids, also perfectly designed so that we don't cause damage to the formation, so that that fluid don't penetrate to the formation and cause damage. Because after we create a damage, that maybe we're gonna need to do more things to remove it, and it's better if we can avoid it using the right drilling fluids. So the derrick is what supports all the weight that we are going to use as we rotate the drilling string and get to the depth of the formation. The reservoir that or the trap that we detected, and the exploratory or a normal well, has pressure and temperature. So, and as we drill that reservoir, the path that the reservoir finds to release the pressure is the well. So that's why we need to drill the well with special conditions, okay, and factors, safety factors, so that we don't have what they call a blowout, which I don't know if you remember, some years ago in the Gulf of Mexico they had a spill, a blowout, and that drilling company broke after that because it's very risky and expensive to control a blowout. So the drilling string is, like I said, composed of tubes. one. They're normally they normally measure in between 30 and 40 feet long, and that's how they thread them together, and as we drill the well. This is what we find in the normal drilling string. We have the bits, we have some stabilizers, safety valve, a hammer in the case that we need to hammer if we get stuck. If we get stuck as we drill, it's not rare that we get stuck or try to get stuck. So we need to be very prepared to try to release the string and keep on drilling. So this all the string has some functions, specific function that put weight over the. We need to put the weight on the beds. We need to pump drilling fluid through it. We need to try to make the hole very stable. So we need to, as we drill, the string has to be prepared to avoid dog leg. So the deviation of the dog leg as we go from one point to the next has to be less than 1 degree in 100 feet, because when we have to complete the well with an artificial lifting system, if it is a pump, like a PCP pump or an electrical submersible pump, the run life is gonna be reduced because of the erosion, because of the dog leg. So we need to avoid it. And we need to make sure the well is in good conditions, like I said. We need to reduce the formation damage. Okay, and we need to follow all the instructions that the engineer, the designing engineer, the drilling design engineer did for our well. So it's not a part of the drilling string, but it's very important, which is called the top drive. The top drive is what gives the rotation to the string that we need to drill. Okay. And through the Kelly is a part of the drilling string that makes sure the string is rotated the right way, and also we pump the drilling fluid through it. So the drilling derrick is what sustains all the weight as we rotate that drilling string, as we access the reservoir. So also the drilling fluid, which is pumped downhole, is also everything is supported by this derrick as we do the well. So after we have the well completed, we can say it's not really completed until, well, the drilling rig, sometimes the drilling department uses two kind of rig. They drill the well with the rig, and then they move to bring a less expensive rig, so because the completion doesn't require that big rig, so that there could be some cost reduction if we do that. So the well is, after the well is drilled, they install the casing and they cement and they cement the casing, which has to be good quality bond, because we don't need contact the water, because we don't need to produce water, we need to produce the oil. That's what the things have to be very isolated. So before we run the casing, we do the logs to make sure the petrophysicists, they detect the zone that they're going to shoot, the oil zones, or if it's a pilot well, they need to determine where I'm going to navigate, how am I going to do the horizontal well. Or if I cannot, because small producing zones and it's hard to do a horizontal well, I can do a slant well, and then I fracture the well to make contact all the possible points. Normally, nowadays, most of the wells, if it's possible, they are drilled horizontally, and depending what we find in the well, nowadays we can do anything. We can complete 2 zones with pumps, electrical submersible pumps, or we can do anything that these ideas or these needs, we're going to apply it as we drill it. Well, like I said, for the students, you're going to have at the university, you're going to have good drilling classes, and hope when you're taking those classes, if you have any questions, you can do them through the channel, and then if there is the need to bring somebody, have friends that can come and tell us more about drilling. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.